All right, there we go. We are officially live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my fellow comic book collectors. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics, and I got some comics I want to talk to you about, because if you watch a bunch of different channels out there, they're going to tell you the flavor of the month, what's hot right now, what has already been hot, and the books I'm about to show you are books that in about 3 to 5 years will be potentially, because I always say potentially because there's no guarantees, but my track record's been pretty decent, potentially going to be rising in value. So the idea is you want to change your concept of how you think about purchasing comics if you're doing it for investment purposes. Because you don't want to buy it when it's hot. You don't want to buy it when it's already been done. You want to buy it before nobody or anybody is talking about it and getting them while they're cheap. So while I'm waiting for people to come in, because this is just another one of the random videos where I have no plan other than 5-minute notice, I want to remind everybody I am selling my comic mystery boxes, my graded and ungraded comics. They are still helping for moving fees and helping with our medication with Luna. So if you're interested in any of those, please get them as soon as you can, because remember, we're moving on the 14th. So order before then, and I will guarantee they are sent out priority mail, so you'll get them quickly. So the link is in the description. It will also be pinned to the comments section, and it's right here in the live chat. If anybody can share it, I always appreciate that. So I see people are starting to see that I am live, so let's say hello to a couple people that are here. We got Quiet Storm, we got Michael P, we got Wild Child, we got Jordan, we got Batman's cousin, good to see you again. We got Tori, we got Joe, we got Matt, we got Mega Road Project. Mega Rod would be a whole nother kind of username. Horror Breakdown, Victor, Jonathan, James, Paul, all the way from the UK, welcome. I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to be having you guys listen to me ranting off names. But Bronx, New York, hello. All right, so let me put on, and Michael says, yo, 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 only says it once, but I'm tripling it. All right, so let me put on the video camera. So this, I promise you, there's probably going to be nobody showing these comics. And look, an actual box. Can you believe this? In no damage or nothing. They did a great job with this. I always tell people, when you buy a comic off of anyone, whether it's eBay, whether it's Amazon, or what have you, always contact them. Be nice about it. Say, listen, can you package the comics in such and such way? Now, if you saw the video I did yesterday, and if you haven't, I hope you will check it out, they didn't listen. So you can't control what somebody else does. Wow, this is really good. So they put bags, they put a bunch of the moving peanuts, which is good because we're moving, so we're definitely going to be utilizing this. But sometimes they're just not going to listen. There's nothing you can do about that. Wow, this is going to be fun. I have a feeling I'm going to be cleaning up a lot on aisle 7. But every now and then you're going to get packages like this, so great job for the seller on this one. I also want to remind people that my graded comics from PGX, I send 4 in every month. The last month's batch, which includes that potential high-grade X-Men book. I won't say which one. If you saw the video, you'll know. If not, check it out, because I post those. That should be coming on Friday, and depending on what time, I should do the video either Friday night or it'll be Saturday afternoon. So you might want to check that out. I'm trying to be careful so this doesn't go all over the place, because my cats will eat these things. Now, these are books I promise you most people are not talking about. These are books that will probably have to deal with Phase 5 or even Phase 6. Now, most people have the attitude of, oh, well, you know, that's years from now. I don't have to worry. Well, you know what happens, because at any moment, if they do an announcement, you know what's going to instantly happen to comics. They're going to spike. So especially I see there's every now and then you'll get those people that complain, oh, you know, speculators are ruining comics because I want to read them. Well, if you're not getting books when they're cheap and you wait until everybody wants them, I mean, not for nothing, whose fault is that? People have to take responsibility for their choices. So this is wrapped really good. This was a buy it now, just listed. So I tell people all the time, these are things you should be looking into, not just ending soonest. And I have a couple of videos. If you go to my playlist under comic tips and advice, you'll see my eBay secrets. So check them out, because trust me, I get great deals. And one of the things is you go to the newly listed books, and this was a buy it now option. And to me, this was a no-brainer because these books, you know, like I said, nothing is guaranteed. But I wouldn't be shocked if these... did they throw an extra? No, okay, they just did it separate. Okay, so, as usual, I will always show the, tell the price, including shipping and handling. But to me, this was a no-brainer and something I highly recommend. Now, these are not, well, they're modern books, but they're not, like, brand new. They've been around for a couple of years at this point. But there are rumors that in either Phase 5 or Phase 6, these are going to be a big, like, a Avengers Endgame event. And, of course, like I said, I can't guarantee it. Anything can change. But if you're buying these when they're cheap and nobody cares about them, first of all, it's going to be very easy. Now, keep in mind, I do know I do have influence on the internet. I know as soon as I post videos like this, there will be people that will turn around and they'll start selling these really expensive. So one of the things I always recommend is wait for deals, ask for deals. Don't just buy the first one you see, because then what will happen is you will overspend and then you're not going to be happy. Okay, so here are the books. As soon as you see the first one, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But make sure, please, to hit the like button if you appreciate these kind of videos where I'm giving you years in advance of books that you can buy right now for cheap. Instead of just buying the hot book that everybody has, everybody wants, and you're spending top dollar, hit the thumbs up to show that you appreciate this. So this is the book, and I have several of them, and wait until you see what these have. So, the books that I am showing, I bought the complete set. This is Avengers versus X-Men. Now, you'll notice there's a lot of signatures on these. Each book has between 5 and 6 signatures on every one of them. There's either 5 or 6 signatures. It is Oliver Coipel, Jimmy Chung, Jason Aaron, Matt Fraction, Laura Martin, and Jonathan Hickman. When it has the 5, it doesn't have Oliver Coipel. So every single one from issue 0 to issue 13 has between 5 and 6 signatures. So there's 0. And this, trust me, this is going to be a big major event in the next couple of years. So there's issue 1, and you'll see again all the signatures. Now the good thing is since I have that deal with PGX, now I can only send 4 a month, but it includes signature verification. And remember, if you send 10 books to get graded from PGX, it's hard to see some of the signatures. If you send 10 books to get graded by PGX, because I'm quote-unquote sponsored, I don't get paid by them to do this, you can get one of your books pressed for free if you use the code We Love Comics Free Press. That's in the description. Is round 4. So, now that we know that the X-Men are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they're going to be waiting until Phase 5 to start introducing the X-Men, this would either be an event that is either the end of Phase 5 or the end of Phase 6, which means you have time. And Chris just did a super chat. Thank you very much for that. Anytime I ever see somebody doing a super chat, I want to let them know about it. So this is a limited run. Now remember how expensive the Civil War series went, and then how quickly it started to drop afterwards. So the idea is you don't want to buy these when there's an announcement, because those books are going to shoot to the moon at that point. You could probably find it, and there's variants and everything as well. Basically, the variants are going to be more valuable, but considering, like I said, these are in near mint condition, and there are between 5 and 6 signatures on each one. To me, it's a no-brainer. So here's round 11. So these are absolutely books you want to get right now because you're going to be able to get them cheap. So if the event doesn't happen, because like I said, there are no guarantees, well, you didn't spend a lot for them. But if all of a sudden you're one of those people that says, I'm going to wait for the announcement, and the announcement comes, those books are going to triple overnight. So there are all different variants for this. Which Chris? It's Chris de Blasi. So thank you for that. Always appreciate when people do that. So this is just the regular covers. But if you're just tuning in, these have between 5 and 6 signatures on every single issue. So, now the price. I thought this to me was a no-brainer. I'd love to know what you thought about this, because with 5 and 6 signatures on each one, that's going to be hard to get. And these are first prints. The way you can tell is by the barcode. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my playlist under tips and advice. And I have a video that teaches you on modern books how you could tell the printing and if it's a variant and which variant it was just by looking at the barcode. So these are all first prints. They are signed with 5 and 6 artists and writers and everything on every single issue from issue 0 to issue 12. So 13 issues. So they had this as a buy it now for $209.02, which comes out to $16.07 a book for books that have 5 to 6 signatures on them. Now, of course, there's going to be some sketch variants. I bought a couple of 9.8 number 1 A-verse X sketch variants. They're black and white ones. Those are in other books, but, I mean, with all the signatures on each one of these, to me, it was just a no-brainer. So, Avengers vs. X-Men is something that I highly recommend to get because they're going to concentrate more on, like, Deadpool, Wolverine, Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, maybe Submariner. So they're not going to do X-Men right away because they're trying to get people to forget, you know, what just happened with the latest X-Men movie, that whole debacle. So this is going to cool off with out of sight, out of mind. And because so many people are trained to buy things when everybody wants them, you know, there's a thing in investing. Buy low and sell high. Well, what do most people do? They buy when everybody wants it, which means the price is high. And when do they get rid of them? When nobody wants them anymore. And you end up selling them for lower than what you paid for them. That makes no sense. So you could probably find these unsigned, probably in, I don't know if you'll find them in the dollar bins, but you never know. I would look just to make sure. But you're not going to find signed books in the dollar bin. And if you do, you know, snatch them up. So, again, this may not be happening until the end of Phase 5 or the end of Phase 6. So you do have some time, but the longer you wait, the more you risk the chance of there being some kind of leak or some kind of sneak peek or some kind of, you know, trailer or whatever confirming that this is an event that may happen. And you know you're going to pay more than what you're going to pay now. So these are definitely ones to get. Let me know what you think. Do you think I got a good price for these? So these are all the books. It's issues 0 to 16. This is Avengers vs. X-Men. I really think from some of the rumors they've talked about, this is going to be a major event a few years from now. This is, these are all signed by 5 or 6 different artists and writers. And I paid $209.02 for the whole thing, which comes out to $16.07 a piece. So I would love to know in the comments section what you thought about that. Would you have paid that price? Do you think that's a good deal? Do you think it's a bad deal? You let me know. I think it's a great deal, especially if we're buying the books before there's an event, because you know if there is a, you know, Avengers level endgame movie, Avengers vs. X-Men in a couple years from now, these books are going to be very desirable. People are going to pay through the nose, and I will have bought them years before anybody even thought about them. So I promise you, there are not going to be many videos right now that are talking about books like this, because they all concentrate on the books that are high level right now. And you notice my videos, like the one I did yesterday, are all books that are not even mentioned yet, but will be mentioned in future MCU movies. And I've talked about things like Miles Morales. I've talked about things like, you know, Spider-Gwen. I've talked about Doctor Doom, Fantastic Four. I have been telling people for years, Most people are telling you to buy books when they've already been announced and you're paying through the nose. Now, obviously, if you have the money, that's fine, but why spend more when you don't have to? So once again, I'm going to post the link to my web store. I'm not selling these, obviously. I'm holding on to these for a couple of years. But if you're interested in any of my mystery boxes or any of my graded or ungraded comics, I mean, I still have some pretty key issues. I mean, I have Tales of Suspense number 110, first appearance of Doctor Strange on there. So there's some pretty key issues, and I'm surprised no one's purchased it yet. So check them out, and if you could share the link, it still will help. So let me do today's surprise subscriber shout-out. If you want to be a subscriber shout-out, I mean, you don't have to be a subscriber, but I hope you will. So hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. I really appreciate those who take the effort and show that they appreciate what I'm doing. So we are going to do today's surprise subscriber shout-out. We're going to scroll back a little bit, see if they're still here. We're going to go with the Mega Road Project. You are today's surprise subscriber shout out. So if you're one of my power viewers, then make sure you mention that in the comment section. If you're an ultra power viewer, that means you watch every single video. So a power viewer means you watch a video from beginning to end. It doesn't matter if it's all in one setting. And an ultra power viewer is a person that every video of mine that you click on, you watch it until the end. So obviously we're going by the honor system because there's no way I can check that, nor would I. But if you're one of those people, brag about it in the comments section. Let people know you are a We Love Comics warrior and ultra power viewer. So give our shout out to our shout out. I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you guys will invest in these books and get them cheap. Don't just buy the first one you see. Make sure you get some deals. Make sure you ask for deals because you never know. Worst they can say is no. But for every 99 people that say no, you get one that says yes. You're not going to care about the other 99. Because you're happy with the one that you got. So focus on the positive aspect. Do the effort. Do the research. Make sure you know what prices are. And you're going to be more likely to be happier than disappointed. So I'm going to do some more packing. As you can see in the back, we're going to be moving soon. And I will reveal where sometime earlier next week. So stay tuned for that. Not sure when I'll do another video, but I will try and do them when I can. So let me know if you appreciate these kind of videos. And don't forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. And if you are today's surprise subscriber shout out and you have a YouTube channel, post the link to your channel so other people can subscribe. And please go check them out. So thank you very much. Have a great day. And I will see you next video. Thanks, everybody. Peace out.